want to start off with the new Switch 2 news about all the bullshit going on with the backlash, the
Yeah,
delays, and all the
of course.
turfs and all the blaming and complaints with Bowser.
Right.
It's ironic that his name is Bowser too.
Yeah,
the
right.
the
I got a problem with that as well. But if anybody wants to go before me, y'all can definitely go. I might be a little longer
Um,
on this one.
I mean, I know I could give like a quick little take on it. I do feel like there is going to be a lot of backlash. Not for like Nintendo. Well, I don't know. It's just like for themselves. You are going to have like they were going to have like a big backlash to begin with because of the prices.
oh yeah,
But you can't get mad at the price for the console because on how much is that it took to make this, right? Like they did pack this console with so much features and the time it took for them to make this. It took years, right? Um it even though there is a lot of functions on it that a lot of fans probably would be like, why do we need this? We don't really need game chat. I mean, it opens up the doors for Nintendo to start putting their focus into more online shit because it's always been a family friendly kind of driven company anyways, and that they're always going to be known to do that. um but it's nice that they're seeing like they're going in the direction of streaming, which is why I feel like they added so much features onto the console, which is it's bigger, it's bulky, it's I don't know how big of it compared to like the regular Switch is, but it is a little bit bigger. The screen looks
yeah,
good. I don't know about the battery life. I don't know if the quality of the sounds on there, the speakers are different. The actual the analog sticks that are on the Switch itself, Switch 2 itself, they feel nicer. They have a lot more grip on those, but it's still a lot of people still say like it's not going to get away from the drift on there. It's still not like we're still going to have issues with the drifting. Um,
they're gonna
right.
take them to court.
The cosmetics of it looks pretty decent. I just don't know, like from making like material, like actually taking the time to make this console. I don't know how much money it probably took, so that's probably why they had to put so much money up on it. And I think the real issue is that people are complaining about. It's not even just the console itself. I think that's just like a piece of the icing on the cake. I think it's more like the games. Like everybody is targeting the games because like the games are $90, and I do think
Yeah,
that is pretty crazy to to market, especially where a lot of things, not even just like gaming in the gaming industry, every fucking industry is very expensive these days. Even just for a fucking pack of eggs, milk, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's pretty crazy. Um, so to see that it's like they're starting to market their games more higher than PS5 games and Xbox games is pretty crazy, and
yeah,
um for them to kind of do like like the graphics are going to look pretty decent up on the games themselves, which are cool. Um I don't think that's going to be an issue with the way it looks, the way it plays. It's going to feel like any other games that they've always produced. Like they might do a little bit different things, different functions, I guess you would say, in newer games, and everybody's still going to be excited to play these. They're still, regardless of what we say on this podcast, I feel like people are still going to buy these games regardless of the fact of what our opinion is. But I do feel like,
oh yeah, of course.
in my opinion, for the target for the games, I do think it's still extremely high. They still could have just kept it at 50, maybe 60. Just because like
Yeah,
I don't see anybody primarily using the Switch as their main console, but if they do, then that's cool. That's for them. Like I said, Nintendo fanboys, it's good to have if you have like a occasional people over, family, friends, and that's what that system is in place for. But I just don't see them primarily making this over PC and Xbox and all this other consoles. But again, I do think I don't agree with the prices for the games. I do think that they can kind of reduce that back some. I think the more exclusive ones, of course, they're going to be $90, but anything ports or anything that that it, I guess on the side that's just like, they're making, they could just keep it at like regular $60. That would have been fine with me. But the exclusives for that, for the Nintendo Switch 2, um, they're gonna be 90, because they're trying to market the not only the games but the console itself. So it's a whole package. So that's why I feel like that this is all like, and they're pretty smart with business. Like, say what you want, but they know how to really market their products. So
Yeah.
um I do think this is a great kind of pyramid scheme thing. Not pyramid scheme, but like I do feel like this is like a perfect plan for them to just make so much money. Ideally, they still are keeping it close to the fans for a lot of things, like the games, the the functions. But I do think, like, with the camera in place, I don't know. I don't think no one really cares about, like, I feel like they're trying to transition this thing into like a small PC, because we got the mouse on there. Nobody's really going to use that
Right.
function. Let's be real. Let's
Mhm.
be
Yeah.
honest. I don't see anybody really using that.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
some
Aaron might
games.
use it. Aaron might use it. I don't see myself using it, because it's like I don't really have a lot of smooth surfaces for me to use that unless I'm going to use my fucking pants. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not going to use. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for the mouse part, but unless they're going to sell like a table or something, you can't really like set it on like like you can set it on coffee tables and whatever you can find. Um,
Yeah.
but again, I don't see a lot of games really using that function. I feel like that's going to be a function that people are going to forget about or not really care for. There's not going to be a lot of games that are going to implement that unless if it's an exclusive towards Nintendo.
Well, I
Um,
would say they do got a game that's gonna launch with it that does use that feature that they
Yeah,
showed in
the wheelchair game. Yeah, but I don't,
yeah.
outside of that, I don't see a lot of a lot of games that are going to use that function. I don't see it.
Yeah, it
Um
could be like a gimmick, just like how the first Switch had the rattle feature where you could feel inside the Joy-Con, but you didn't really see too many games use that feature either. It's like
right.
Sony with the motion shit. Like they didn't really implement like gimmicks like that into their
Yeah, yeah,
games.
like Astro Astrobot. You know what I
Astrobot,
mean? Like it
yeah,
was, yeah, like every platform has like their little kind of like thing to utilize like the features for the console. Um, but you're not going to see that consistently across the board with games. I don't agree.
right.
I don't agree with that. So I mean, I don't like the price itself. I think like the console. I'm not going to say it's fair, but I understand it from them kind of putting all the things that they put into this console. I get it, you know, but as far as the games, I feel like that's where the real issue is. I don't feel like nobody's really complaining about the prices for the Switch. I mean, I guess we when we first got the price, we were all like kind of startled, like we were like, "What the fuck?" Kind of confused, because like nobody was expecting it to be. Well, we all had an inkling that it was going to be 4 to 5. We knew that. Come on,
Yeah,
if the regular standard was 3 to 4, I think three the most, you knew they were going to up it. I mean,
yeah,
and a
yeah.
lot of things with this was like, yes, the docking displays 4K, but as I've seen a lot of videos online, it's like only certain things can display that 4K with like certain games. It's not going to be flat out straight across the board. So,
Mm.
you're not really getting hype for that. That's not where really you're pumping $400 to $500 towards. You're just pumping that
Yeah,
into the fucking into the console for like game chat,
yeah.
and the mouse pad. That's it, the mouse function, and then the
Yeah.
online services, right? Like, I mean,
Which
that
you
they
also
said
got
like
paid for.
yeah, which you also got to pay for on the side. And the camera. If you want to stream, you got to buy the camera on the side. I don't think that comes with it. I think
No.
that's an accessory.
Yeah, that's actually another like 60 or more dollars, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like this, but what I'm saying, it's like they are looking out for the fans to keep the nostalgia for the fucking, for Mario World. Mario World looks great. I'm not gonna say it doesn't look great. It looks really good. Same thing with the Donkey Kong game. you know. But they're gonna bring all their new exclusives anyways onto this platform, right? Onto
Of
this new
course.
console. But I don't think it's just those games that I'm seeing that's going to be like, and then they had to do a From Software, but that was pretty decent. I mean, a lot of people were just saying like they use that as a niche, I guess you would say,
Yeah,
like an
selling point.
anchor, like yeah, like they was going to say if you buy this, we're going to get Dust Blood. You know what I'm saying?